Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, and congratulations to Bitcoiners around the world. We had our biggest daily gains in Bitcoin history, tapping $90,000 per coin, with 100K still in play as soon as we decisively break above 90 Gs. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis as well as breaking news. Just in, we can pass the Bitcoin Act in the first 100 days of the Trump administration, according to Senator Lummis. The Bitcoin Act will allow the U.S. government to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years. Let's go. Also, Robert Kiyosaki says, Bitcoin over 88 Gs. I will keep buying more Bitcoin till it passes $100,000. And also, Max Kaiser is going to be appearing on InfoWars with Alex Jones today, discussing Bitcoin shot to $1 million per coin, as well as a Mid-East country about to announce a massive Bitcoin position they're building, plus Trump buying 1 million BTC. We'll also be discussing Bobby Lee just came out, made a bold prediction, says Bitcoin will soon hit 90,000 this week, 100,000 by the year end, and $1 million within the next 5 to 6 years. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin ETFs rope in $2.6 billion worth of investments amid this weekly bull run, as well as El Salvador and Bhutan see Bitcoin holdings surge amid the recent market rally. We'll also be discussing Trump's leading pick for Treasury Secretary is very pro-crypto, as well as Bitcoin Trader says Bitcoin headed towards 125,000 before the end of the year, based on this Bayesian probability. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin skyrocketing to 850,000 per coin, as per Blockstream CEO Adam Back. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto newsletters every single day, just like this. Today is pod episode 1816. I'm your host, JV. It's November 12th, 2024. Bitcoin's having a hell of a pump. We touched $90,000 yesterday live on stream, and we're still in the green, maintaining above 86,200 at the time of the live stream. And checking out Coin 360, you can see the market overall still in the green. Ether up 0.25%, trading above 3,200. XRP is a big gainer today, trading at 66.8 cents. Dogecoin, another big gainer, trading above 36 cents, along with Tron, up 8% on the day. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com. The current crypto market cap is at 2.9 trillion, and roughly 3 trillion is the all-time high, which we just retouched yesterday. Massive volume in the past 24 hours, 374 billion. That's very unusually high. Bitcoin dominance back on the climb at 59.1%, with the Ether dominance at 13.5%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, AIOZ up 19%, AKT up 15%, and GOAT up 14%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. It's a mixed bag. As you can see, I'd say 60% in the red, 40% in the green. And zooming out on the weekly, virtually everything in the green. Pretty impressive gainers overall. And zooming out on the monthly, very similar story here. Very impressive gainers overall in the green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're finally in a high extreme greed, which is an 80, and typically we get a pullback the higher this number goes. Yesterday was a 76, last week a 70, and last month a 50, which is neutral. And checking out the time chain calendar, we currently have 179,992 blocks until the next halving of 2028, and we're currently on block number 87,008. And you can currently exchange $1 for 1,159 sats. That's right. You can currently get 1,159 Satoshis per dollar. Take advantage of it. Before you know it, this number is going to be below 1,000. And I told you guys, 2 weeks ago, you could have got 1,800 Satoshis per dollar. The other day, 1,500. Today, it's down to 1,159. And that number is only going to continue to dwindle as the Bitcoin price continues to soar where no man has gone before. Let's break down our technical analysis. We'll also be pulling up some of the live charts. Check it. This headline reads, Bitcoin sets record and best daily gains at 8,400. Congratulations, hodlers. Eyeing 90,000. In fact, we virtually touched 90. It was like a few dollars shy, so I'm saying we already hit 90. So yeah, after recording the largest daily gain in Bitcoin history, we're edging closer and closer to 90K. We're just a few dollars short on Coinbase, the largest exchange in the States. We were on a pump watch. Let me know if you were on that. We went for 15 hours since last night. It was pretty lit. The Bitcoin price is nearing 90,000 record high after staging the best weekly return since the March 2023 banking crisis in the U.S. After surpassing the 85,000 record November 11th, Bitcoin recorded the best daily gain in history, soaring over 8,400 in a single day. As shared right here, November 11th, 11/11/2024 was the biggest daily gain in Bitcoin history. Looky here. 11/11, a divine omen. We talk about it virtually every day on the stream. So I am not surprised. I was anticipating it. We did a pump watch to 88 Gs. We smashed it. We hit 90 Gs. But you can't make this ish up. The biggest daily move in Bitcoin history, $8,343. The second biggest move was February 8th of 2021, 7,500. Third biggest move was on 8/8. At 6,500 and so on, as per what you can see on your screen. So in comparison, the Bitcoin second best daily gain occurred in August 2021 when the Bitcoin price rose over 7,500 in 24 hours from 38 Gs to 46 Gs. Bitcoin's currently up over 28% on the weekly chart. Not too shabby. Trading above 88 Gs as of this morning. And again, we're correcting a little bit, but it's to be expected after having unprecedented gains. Some market analysts say Trump's victory in the U.S. election has set the stage for more of the risk-on asset demand that will take Bitcoin above 100 Gs before the end of the year. For me, it's a lock. Let me know your thoughts. When do you think we hit 100 Gs? We virtually were only within 10,000 away, which is just one more big pump like we had yesterday. We're there, and Moonvember is still young. It's only the 12th. So yeah, the US-based spot Bitcoin ETFs continue contributing to the Bitcoin parabolic rally. The Bitcoin ETFs recorded a cumulative $1.1 billion worth of net positive inflows November 11th, 11/11, after amassing $1.37 billion worth of Bitcoin 2 days earlier. Unprecedented volumes with the Bitcoin ETFs. And following the Bitcoin rally, November 11th, the Bitcoin ETF, MicroStrategy, and Coinbase rose to a record $38 billion in combined daily trading volume, surpassing the previous high of around 25 milli set in March. So yeah, the Bitcoin price has been on a run since the Trump victory. We call that the Trump pump, which widely associated with more favorable crypto regulations and hopes of improving monetary policy. The incoming Trump administration's economic policy may push the Bitcoin price past the $1 million mark, according to Arthur Hayes, who shared in a recent blog post today. It took $4 trillion to decrease the debt to nominal GDP ratio from 132 to 115%. Let's say the U.S. reduces it further to 70%, which is where the ratio was in September of 2008. Just using a linear extrapolation equates to $10.5 trillion of credit that must be created to accomplish this deleveraging. This is how Bitcoin goes to a milli, because the prices are set on the margin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Just Blaze, Arthur Hayes. Now for some breaking news, and then I'll pull up the live charts. We can pass the Bitcoin Act in the first 100 days of the Trump administration. According to Senator Lummis, the Bitcoin Act will allow the U.S. government to buy 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years. Let's freaking go. And Rich Dad says, Bitcoin over 88 Gs. I will keep buying more Bitcoin until it passes 100 Gs. Then I will stop. Not a time to get greedy. I don't know how he associates with stop buying with greed, but hey, teach their own. Always remember, hogs get fat, pigs get slaughtered. Don't be a pig. And Max Kaiser is going to be on InfoWars with Alex Jones today. I'm going to be looking forward to that, discussing a Bitcoin shot to 1 million and also a Mid-East country about to announce a massive Bitcoin position. Could it be the Kingdom of Qatar? Where do you think it'll be? Let me know. Could it be Abu Dhabi? Let me know who you think that Middle East country might be adopting Bitcoin. And also, he's going to be discussing Trump buying 1 million in BTC, as well as the big golf tournament in January, in which I'll be there in El Salvador. And in other breaking news, Bobby Lee, we've had him here on the show. We've interviewed him before. He says Bitcoin will hit 90 this week. Done deal. 100,000 by the year end. Easy peasy. And 1 million within the next 5 to 6 years. Very simple target in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts. And let's pull up some of the live charts via TradingView, via Coinbase, and welcome everyone just joining us. This is live and in the flesh right now. This is the 1 hour chart. You can see we topped out at virtually 89,993, which is ultimately $90,000 yesterday. Not too shabby, or early this morning, whenever it was. It was during our pump watch. And zooming out from the 1 hour, we'll check out the 4 hour. Very sexy chart right here. So much bullishness in the past couple of weeks. Finally, a corrective red candle, as you can see on your screen. And zooming out from the 4 hour, we'll go to the 1 day, get a broader perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green consecutive daily respective closes. Finally forming a corrective red, but the day is still early. Let me know how you feel this will likely play out. And zooming out from the daily, we'll check out the weekly, which still has the sexy cup and handle target sitting at 124 G's here on the Coinbase exchange, a little higher on the Binance exchange. But you can see the weekly chart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 5 of the 6 weekly recent closes, big impressive green candles with an itty bitty corrective red in between. So Bitcoin is going to continue to do its thing. And zooming out from here, we check out the 1 month. And as you can see, we're forming a big green candle already here in November, and the 2 previous months, September and October, were closed in the green as we continue the bullish momentum here in Q4. So there you have it, yo. But let's continue with the headlines, shall we? The ETFs have been on a tear. Headline reads, Bitcoin ETFs rope in 2.6 billion investments amid the weekly bull run. That's right. Bitcoin surged nearly 90 G's yesterday on 11/11 after sparking a massive influx of funds into the Bitcoin ETFs. November 6th, Bitcoin commenced the bull run that catapulted the price from 69 G's to nearly 90,000 in 7 days. I repeat, we went from 69 to 90. That's 21,000. 21 is a blackjack, baby. In 7 days, the surge of the Bitcoin price driven by positive market sentiment and the fear of missing out, which we know is the FOMO like a mofo, led both to the retail and institutional investors increasing their exposure to the bitty. And as a result, investments into the spot ETFs in the U.S. for the week, November 6th to the 11th, amounted to 2.6 billion, according to data by Farside, as outlined right here. Check it. Of the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs in the U.S., BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust bought the highest investments, worth about $2 billion during the period. Other prominent ETFs that contributed to the weekly inflows include Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, and ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF, recording inflows of 668.3 million, 180 million, and 253 million, respectively. Moreover, the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which has infamously contributed to 20 billion in outflows from the ETF ecosystem, also recorded net positive inflows amid the Bitcoin bull. And according to Farside, Grayscale's Bitcoin ETFs, GBTC and BTC, have raked in a total of 220 million since November 6th. The positive investor sentiment trickled over to other spot ETF ecosystems. November 11th, the spot Ether ETFs in the US recorded their highest ever daily inflows since their launch back in July. The spot Ether ETFs recorded 295 million of inflows November 11th, smashing the previous record of 106 million on launch day. Quoting them here, after being a laggard for most of the cycle, Ethereum is starting to catch a bid, according to that crypto analyst Rachel Lucas. So there you have it, yo. ETF inflows continuing to make big strides. In fact, the Bitcoin ETF inflows, as far as the volume, has already surpassed that of the gold ETF, which has been around for 19 years. And Bitcoin did that in roughly 11 months. Let that sink in, family. Let's continue with the headlines. We discussed the latest ETF inflows. Let's discuss the Kingdom of Bhutan and El Salvador doing quite well. Headline reads, El Salvador and the Kingdom of Bhutan see Bitcoin holdings surge amid the market rally. Bitcoin held by El Salvador and Bhutan have significantly increased in value as the crypto markets continue their upward momentum. As per November 12th, data shows Bitcoin reached a new high of 89 like 999. Can we just call it 90, please? Simple. Pushing it overall market cap to nearly 2 trillion, a new all-time high. And because of the price increases, the two countries' Bitcoin holdings made significant gains. Thanks to Bitcoin's recent price surge, the value of El Salvador's holdings increased by more than 100 million in a week. Well done, Bukele. Salute. According to the blockchain data tracker Arcam, El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings were worth $402 million November 5th as the market surged to new highs. Its holdings soared to $523 million by November 12th. That's a hell of a week, yo. 100 million in gains. Now, September 7, 2021, El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. At the time, the country initially bought about 200 Bitcoin as its first investment in the asset. Since then, the country gradually increased its holdings. Arcam data shows El Salvador currently holds 5,900 Bitcoin. And in April 2023, Bhutan's crypto investments were revealed through bankruptcy proceedings involving companies including Celsius and BlockFi. Druk Holdings and Investments, a commercial arm of Bhutan's royal government, was identified as a customer of the bankrupt firms. In May of 2023, Bhutanese officials confirmed the kingdom had been mining Bitcoin since April of 2019, when the price of the Bitty was only $5,000. We call that a W. And according to Arcam, Bhutan's Bitcoin holdings now total over $1 billion. Bhutan owns 12,568 Bitties and also holds around 2 million in Ether, so they have more holdings than El Salvador. And on October 29th, Bhutan moved 66 million worth of the Bitty as the price reached 71,000, suggesting the country may be planning to cash in on its gains. The funds were transferred to Binance in 2 different transactions, and we'll keep you posted on the latest. What other countries do you think are going to make that big announcement adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, following in the footsteps of El Salvador? Let me know. Max Geiser's on Alex Jones' show today discussing this particular topic. He says a country in the Middle East is going to be making the announcement and has been quietly stacking them sats. Game theory in full effect. Our next target, we're going to be discussing 125 Gs, followed by a very bullish price prediction from Adam Back, the Blockstream CEO, early Bitcoin OG, projecting Bitcoin smashing 850,000, overtaking gold. And I have a bonus prediction to share with you, and then we'll tap into our live Q&A and kick it with the fam. So yeah, this headline reads, well, actually, we got a few more headlines, so there's a little bonus. Trump's leading pick for Treasury Secretary is very pro-crypto. And let's get right into it here. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy before. His name is Scott Bessent, one of the leading candidates for the U.S. Treasury Secretary in President Trump's incoming administration. They say he has a friendly stance on crypto like Bitcoin, so let me know if you've ever heard of this guy. I don't know of him, so please do let me know. Quoting them here. Trump's leading pick for Treasury Secretary, billionaire hedge fund investor Scott Bessent is very pro-crypto, particularly pro-Bitcoin. I like that. Crypto is about freedom, and the crypto economy is here to stay. Quoting one of his statements here, I have been excited about the president's embrace of crypto, and I think it fits very well with the Republican Party. Crypto is about freedom, and the crypto economy is here to stay. He also stated, one of the most exciting things about Bitcoin is that it brings in young people and those who have not participated in markets before, cultivating a market culture in the U.S. where people believe in a system that works for them is the centerpiece of capitalism. And I guess there's other candidates in there, but let me know who you feel will likely get that seat as Treasury Secretary in the Trump administration. I mean, anyone pro Bitcoin is a step in the right direction, because clearly we've had a lot of anti-crypto and anti-Bitcoin regulators, as you all know. But with that being shared, let's dive into this $125,000 target on the table by Peter Brandt, the popular analyst, highlighted that Bitcoin tends to repeat its bullish price action trends when it decides to mark up. The trader addressed Bitcoin's current move above the previous all-time high level, suggesting 125,000 target based on Bayesian probability. This probability, or Bayes' theorem, determines the conditional probability of a future event based on the past data sets. In layman's terms, it helps traders handle uncertain price ranges by setting targets based on how the asset behaved in similar past situations. Brandt explained Bitcoin's run in Q1 of this year can be emulated in Q4 this year based on the above theorem, potentially leading to a $125,000 high before the end of New Year's Eve 2024. Now, what's ironic is we have the $124,000 target on the weekly chart, which I've been calling here in Q4, which is right in alignment with his target. And we also have another analyst, Titan of Crypto, who indicated Bitcoin's bullish pennant target is 158 Gs, which is also a target in play. Friday. The trader mentioned Bitcoin's weekly chart golden cross completion as a key factor for the bullish continuation, keeping 100,000 as the first target for the second bull phase in 2024. It's a coming, yo. We're only within $10,000 striking distance just yesterday. Meanwhile, open Bitcoin CME gap between 77.8 and 80,600. So you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes the markets do correct and close some of these gaps, quoting the analyst, anticipating the price to halt around 84.85, followed by a correction, consolidation for 7 to 10 days before we resume up again. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that analyst. Are you in the camp that will march right on up to 100,000 after reclaiming 90 here? Or do you think we get a pullback, maybe correct 85, then correct some more and chill out for maybe the next week or two before resuming the bull to 100,000? Respect the bull or get the horns, as they say. Now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin skyrocketing to $850,000, which is virtually a 10x from here, as per Adam Back, the Bitcoin OG himself. In fact, let's get right into it. He recently shared this post in response to someone. He started the thread here. Rolling all-time highs, continue post-market open. Bitcoin week MCME gap filled upwards. All dips filled. Mode for now. He posted that on November 11th. Someone responded, Adam, did you put out a top prediction for the cycle? Just wondering. And here's what the Bitcoin OG had to say. My call is Bitcoin flips the gold market cap this cycle, which, if gold stayed flat, is around $850,000 per Bitcoin. In practice, Bitcoin buying may take money from gold ETFs, pulling gold down to meet it. Precisely what's happening right now. Take that, Peter Schiffmeister. There's only 1.5% of gold in the ETFs, but 5% of the Bitcoin in the ETFs. So gold is more outflow exposed. So he makes a good point there. And in other bullishness, I want to share with you, Carl Menger shared, price range for Bitcoin in the fourth halving cycle, if it follows the growth trajectory in the range of the previous cycles, the upper bound, 4.5 million. All your models are getting destroyed. Quoting the Giga Chad himself, Mikey Saylor. Imagine that. $4.5 million run-up this cycle beyond everyone's expectations. Send it. Lower bound, 140 Gs. Somewhere in between. What's the average median there? 2 milli? Send it. All I got to say, buckle up. It's about to get real. You know what I mean? And in other headlines, 800,000 Bitcoin. Yes, that's right. Tor Demeester, another Bitcoin OG, shared a recent eye-watering Bitcoin price target in play based on outperformance of gold, right in alignment with the target of the Bitcoin OG. Adam Back. So let's break this down a little deeper. So as you can see, Bitcoin hit a new record high of now roughly $90,000 on Coinbase as we captured live and in the flesh on our 15-hour pump watch. Let me know if you were on there. Bitcoin has so far surged more than 20% this November bull in full effect. Polymarket bettors now see a 53% chance of Bitcoin hitting the $100,000 mark this year. Send it. That's all I got to say. It's a coming. It's inevitable. It's destiny. It's happening, Captain. And according to the Blockstream CEO Adam Back, Bitcoin could end up skyrocketing as high as $850,000 per coin during this bull cycle. That's a 10x. Easy peasy. Back, who was famously cited in the Bitcoin white paper, predicts that Bitcoin's market cap will flip that of gold. Quoting him again here from that X post, my call is Bitcoin flips the gold market cap this cycle, which, if gold stayed flat, is around 850 Gs. In practice, Bitcoin buying may take money from the gold ETFs, pulling gold down to meet it. Precisely what's happening. Meanwhile, we have Peter Brandt believing that the Bitcoin bulls can push the Bitcoin price to 150,000 in 2025. I say that's a very modest target, in my humble opinion. And I also want to share you the latest with the Tor Demeester recent analysis as well. Quoting him here. To be clear, I believe the magnet will be gold parity. In other words, investors will consider $800,000 to $1 million to be the main Bitcoin price target during the bull market, just like 100,000 was the magnet for the 2021 bull market. Aim for the stars, land on the moon. An example, 300, 400,000. Wherever the Bitcoin price tops out, Tor Demeester predicts the eyes will be water, my friend, from an incoming Bitcoin fever that will take over. I'm not a big fan of the fever, but Bitcoin fever, I'm a huge fan. That's the only fever I recommend catching. Do you agree? Joining the conversation, Peter Brandt chimed in and shared the following. Bitcoin versus gold, the ultimate store of value. The Bitcoin gold chart suggests a target of 130 to a 1 ratio. So long horizon projection suggesting 6,500 per ounce of gold and 850,000 per Bitcoin. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin himself, Max Kaiser, he says for every dollar, gold goes up. Bitcoin's going to go up $20. 20 to 1 ratio. So place your bets accordingly, fam. And welcome everyone to the live stream. This is the Q&A segment of the live show. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Do you think we can potentially see a 10x from the current price action this particular cycle? Holla at your boy.